Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Sorry I haven't posted new videos in a while. I've been really pretty busy with my research work. Okay, but I'm just going to do this today. So I hope you guys have all been taking care of yourself. We're still in the coronavirus period. Please ensure you keep to the precautions, government guidelines and all right. This channel, if you're new to it, is basically for disseminating information for students who are interested in studying in Scotland. All right. My sitting position today is different. I decided to sit on my couch because, man, sitting down on the chair for so long has really been terrible. Having a lot of pain. So, but sitting on the couch today to do this is much more easier for me. Um, Sitting on something real soft. So until I get a better chair, I might just be using this couch for the meantime. So today we're going to focus on food. Okay? Food is something you should know before you come here. Now, back home it's easy for us to find the kind of food we like to eat. So for the type of rice, beans, yam, gari, fish, meat, they don't have all that here per se. You can find some African foods in African shops, but they are really expensive. So there are also things you can use as alternatives as well when you come down here, just in case you can't get those things. Also, please focus before you come down. It's best you come down with a lot of food. It's also best you come with more food than clothes because you would need to eat. And since you're not used to what they eat here, it's best you have your own food with you before you go start spending money which you don't really have in African shops. All right. So I would like to start with rice. It's not possible to come down here with rice. Raw rice, I mean. It's not possible. Even if you do come down with it, it's small. You won't really come down with so much of it, just a little bit of it. So if you have to buy rice, you can't, do not buy rice, raw rice from African stores. They're really expensive. They're more expensive in African stores. So initially when I came down here with my husband, seems like the light is reflecting on my glasses, so I'll just take it off. Okay. So initially when I came down here with my husband, we felt like anything we wanted to eat, we have to just go get it from the African store. So that was a big mistake. We were staying with a friend, and that's what they usually do. Most of the things they eat in the house, they got them from the African store. But when we got our own place, it continued. You know, like something you've learned from someone, you feel like, okay, this is the way it should be done. So it continued. We went all the way to African stores to get things to stock up the house. Not because we didn't come down with things, we did, but we didn't come down with so much. Okay, so we definitely didn't come down with rice. We came down with beans, if I can remember. Came down with beans, brown beans. Came down with gari, but that was yellow gari. We came down with dry fish, stockfish, crayfish, and the works. So I'll still explain, if I have more time in the video, how to process some of these things to bring them down. But we bought rice from the store, from the African store, and it was 5 kg bag. So 5 kg rice was £7.99. If you do a quick calculation in Naira, you know how much that is. That's a whole lot. Okay? But during the lockdown, when the lockdown started, we couldn't get rice. We went to the African store. The rice, normal long green rice, like the rice we eat in Nigeria, was no longer £7.99. It was double the price, like £15. And £15 was the price they sold basmati rice on a normal level. Basmati rice was £15, but this one was also increased to £15 as well. So we couldn't afford to buy 5 kg rice for £15. It was available, but it was really expensive. So we had to go to the store, to the normal supermarkets around the house to see if we could get rice. Okay. But the kind of rice they have in the store was this like what they use for tuwo shinkafa, you know, really white, polished rice, very white, you know, small grains, you know. That rice is actually quite nice if you know how to cook it. So we got it as a gift when we came down, when we moved into our new place. So the parish we attend for church on Sundays, they welcomed us with a lot of stuff. So there was raw food. So there was that rice was there. But because we know that is not the normal rice we eat, but we had to just manage it. So when I went to the supermarket, those were the kind of rice I was seeing at the supermarket. I just had to buy it just like that to use it. But subsequently, and they're quite cheap. I think I bought a bag. They come in 1 kg bags. So a 1 kg bag was 40p. So 40p means 40 pence. Like you say 40 kobo, that kind of thing. So it's 40 pence. So it was quite cheap. So we bought that rice. But subsequently, I started seeing the normal rice we eat back home. Okay? And that one was 85 pence. So if I'm buying a 5 kg bag of rice or 5 kg, I think that bag was 5 kg or 4 kg. I think it was 4. A 4 kg bag of rice for $7.99 in an African shop. And I can still get 1 kg bag of rice or packet of rice from the supermarket around the house for 85p. If I multiply it by 4, I will have it won't be up to £7.99 in the African shop. So please, when you come here, don't go to the African shop to buy raw rice. The normal shops, the supermarkets sell raw rice, the type we eat. The only problem that it comes in small packets. I don't see a problem with it. Buy as many small packets as you want and pour it into a big bag or whatever and have yourself a bag of rice if that's what you want to do. Okay? Beans here is also expensive. Don't go looking for, except you are really buoyant, looking for brown beans, honey beans. Those things are really, 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 really expensive. So what we did was to start eating the white beans. You might not like it initially, but like I said, an acquired taste. First of all, you're here to study, not to eat. So you eat to live, not live to eat. So please, if you say the white beans, it's cheaper. Not like it's so cheap, but it's cheaper, far cheaper than the brown beans. Because from most of the stores, the brown beans, that particular brown beans comes majorly from Nigeria. But the white beans can come from any other place. So that's why the white beans is cheaper. What else? Yams. Yams here are really expensive and they're sold per kilo. So they measure the yams and sell them to you. Same thing with sweet potatoes. Now you see sweet potatoes in the stores, in the supermarkets. They are pink in color. The insides are orange when you peel. But they are not really nice like sweet potatoes we know back home. So you might not like the taste. They're not really nice. They're really very, very soft and soggy. I don't like it. So I try as much as possible not to buy it. Okay. What other food would you see? So if you can't see beans where you stay, alternative you can have is lentils. They have a lot of lentils in their stores. Then there's something called peas, peas, peas. They have the yellow split peas and they have green split peas, I think. So you can buy those things. They work just like beans. Okay, they are very beansy, or they are lentils in taste. I mean, so they're like beans as well. So you can have that if you can't see beans. Their bread, the bread here, they don't have sweet bread all the time. You might never ever see it. So most of their bread is not sweet. It has no sweet taste. I won't say it's bland taste. Well, that's what I'm trying to say. It's not sweet. You know, it's not sweet. They probably don't use sugar, or they use very little sugar for their bread. So don't expect to go to the store or supermarket and buy sweet bread. So maybe the African stores, if you live near an African store, might sell sweet bread. I don't know. I've never bought bread from an African store before, so I don't know. So those are the things you can buy from an African store, and things you can and then some things you can buy at the supermarket. Okay. You can also, from the supermarket, buy fresh tomatoes, tatashe, and shombo. But you see those two things, tatashe and shombo, they are not peppery. They have no pepper in them at all. They are sweet. You can chew them on their own. So the tatashe is like green pepper. You know how green pepper is? It's not peppery. You can chew it on its own. It's not peppery. The same thing with the shombo. So the shombo is called sweet pointed peppers. They're really long and big. They are sweet. You know, but they do the work of making your food colored, you know, when you use them. Then they have the atarudo, the small pepper. You know, you can see them in the shops, but they're a bit expensive because of the way they are packed. So they may pack maybe like 2 very big seeds of it for 40p, or you can just buy in an African store if that's what you prefer. But for me, I'm not a pepper person, so I just buy from the supermarket there. Now, the African stores also sell those tomatoes and pepper and stuff like that, but they're expensive, like I said. So it's best for you to buy those things in the supermarket. And the supermarket where I buy most of mine from is Lidl. There's a Lidl supermarket because it's close to my house, and they sell exactly what I want to do. Tomatoes comes in bags. I think it's £1.20 or £1.40 for a bag of big seed tomatoes. So if you want to make stew, you can just buy that one bag. You know, they also have tin tomatoes. You know, they have that as well. So you can buy that if that's what you prefer. All right. So we can't fully exhaust everything on food. So I'll probably do another video on food. If you're coming down here, the kind of food you should come with and how to process it before getting down here. Okay. So please keep liking and subscribing to my video. I will see you when I get back next time. Bye.